Hello, I am Kevin Cash. I created Avatar: The Last Airbender Bridge on YouTube, which some people watch, but not a ton. And with me, I have
Sebastian Northrup and the Sebastian Northrup channel. I don't have that many good videos though, so don't have to bother.
yeah. But if you are subscriber to any of our accounts, which again you're probably not. I mean, we're not that popular.
Yeah, not a lot of people like subscribing. They're like, oh, good video.
Yeah, like I've had some videos that have like 30,000 views. I only have like just about 300 subs.
Yeah, I think my highest was 200. I think one video views.
That's awesome, dude. Anyway, but some people like our stuff, and we enjoy making this stuff. So if you're watching this, thanks. It's cool. We're gonna try to get
the only ones though.
Right now, we're only planning on uploading it to YouTube, but eventually we're gonna get this on iTunes.
Yeah.
But anyway, as you can tell, this is called the Level Up Cast.
Yeah. I like the name.
Yeah, we're really into gaming and anime.
Hardcore gamers.
Yes, we are very hardcore. All night, all day, 24/7 in the dark.
I think the only difference is I'm more of an anime and he's more of a video game.
Yeah, I'm pretty addicted to video games, especially when it comes to Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Remember there was like a couple months where I talked nothing about Kingdom Hearts?
I know. We had to have an intervention for him. It was
the
KH
intervention.
We all prepared.
They're like, Kevin.
Sebastian
came up to me and said, Kevin, you need to stop dressing up like Sora. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, it's a cool outfit and that Keyblade's awesome, but you're freaking out the kids.
Yeah, he has a Keyblade now, so that's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's hanging on my wall, man.
Yeah, we're looking at it now.
Well, Kyle has one too, and he mounted it.
Yeah, but I think you guys should have got the metal one personally.
I like how
the metal one.
I would have gotten it, but I didn't have enough money.
Yeah.
I again, when I went to the con,
I wasn't able to go.
Yeah, we went to Kyle and I. Kyle and I plan on making a podcast later. We've been planning it for a while. It's called "You Make Me Burkhardt" because that's his last name, and we think that's a funny pun.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be done later, and we're gonna be trying to just talk. It's just us talking shit about whatever we feel.
Me and Kyle are gonna make one too because then it'll be like everybody has one with each other.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do one with Christian Hernandez, who's another member of Epic Gen Games, this channel. I started it, and then I had Sebastian and Kyle join immediately. I called them like the second I finished making the account.
You
like,
gave me the wrong password though.
Yeah, that's because YouTube it made me change my password a couple times, and then I just forgot which one it was.
Oh geez, so it's that forgetable. Okay, guys.
No, I remember it now. It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure this out, man.
We just gotta believe. Bereave. Gotta bereave.
Just calm down. But anyway, the one Christian and I are going to do at our high school, we're going to, at the moment, both of us, me and Sebastian, plan on leaving it eventually, but probably next year. But the high school we go at now, we get our own offices. And Christian and I, we share an office, and we do nothing, even though we're supposed to be doing work. The teachers yell at us a lot, but we're just
What bad would it be if somebody, like, one of the staff members are listening to this?
Oh my god.
Okay, well, if it's Miss Claudia, you're a... Well, I'm not going to say that.
And if
you're a whore.
And if it's Miss Bliss, we have the utmost respect and love for you, and please don't kill us with a flail.
You scare me.
Do you really think they're gonna find these though?
Nah.
I don't think so.
Normal people don't watch these anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling we might get like 5 viewers, that's it.
Yeah, and it's gonna be me, you, Kevin, and Kyle. Me, you, Kevin, Kyle, and Christian.
Hey, can you do me a favor? For some reason, my computer's about to die and the jack's not on. Can you go up to that power switch outlet and turn that on?
Oh, what am I, your black guy? Come on, Kevin.
Oh, no. Is it? Right there. The switch, right by my camo guitar.
This?
The other one. Yeah, there you go. Now it's charging. Okay, anyway, we're back.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I always forget about that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we just watched earlier today, like 5 hours ago.
Oh my god.
We watched The Legend of Korra.
It was amazing.
First 2 episodes.
Guys, if you have not seen it, the artwork is 4 times better than
the animation, the style, it looks so much better.
I think it's just because they got more of a budget now.
Yeah, I told you that, and I think they did.
Yeah.
And I've been following this show for about 2 years, keeping up on every information, looking up like almost every day. Because after the catastrophe of the movie, those creators deserve giving us something awesome. I think.
Damn M. Night Shyamalan.
Fuck him. I think all us Avatar fans should like gather up together and just
revolt.
punch him in front of his face, punch M. Night Shyamalan like in the face in front of his like 8 kids. they're all sitting there like, oh daddy, oh my god,
oh no, what the fuck is going on here? What a twist!
We have this so racist.
I do better Asian.
Yeah, I kind of do some voices, but I don't do a ton.
Yeah.
Like I can do Shinigami, but I don't feel like doing that now. My throat's gonna get sore. But anyway, Korra. What we did beforehand was we watched the last Avatar: The Last Airbender episode, the last part of Citizen's Comet, which is one of my favorites. It's not
mine too. It's more.
It's not the favorite, but it's probably like the.
It's one of the better battle scenes, though.
Yes,
so, I mean,
and I'm not. And for the better battle scenes, I'm not even talking about the Aang Ozai fight. I'm talking about the Azula, Katara, Zuko fight.
No, so I think that if it was real anime, though, like I said earlier, that Katara would have sacrificed herself.
When and the scene, of course, we're talking about is when, you know, if you're not as avid fans like us, which you probably are if you're you know watching this KorraCast, KorraCast, that's not what it's called. We can probably make a whole nother podcast about this show, like doing reviews every time there's an episode.
Yeah,
that I can imagine us doing that. Maybe we will. We'll call it the KorraCast.
We saw the first 2 episodes. Right?
Yes, because Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Canetzo, the creators of both shows, they went on Facebook and said, listen, if we get 100,000 likes on Facebook for Coronation, we will upload the first 2 episodes this Saturday, a month before the first one and the second one are about to come out. Of course, the actual time it's going to be out on TV if you can't get online or whatever. Well, if you can't get online, why are you listening to this? Go to coronation.com, watch the first 2 episodes. It's like 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
50?
No, 46.
46. But the 2 episodes, by far, they haven't quite topped The Last Airbender yet, but they definitely have topped
the first season
with Avatar. Yeah, I think we can both agree here that the first season, it wasn't bad, but it was probably the worst season.
It's just because they had to get all the background information and they had to get everything started up.
No, I don't even think that's it. Want to know what I think it is?
What?
I think it was because Nickelodeon, they were doing it because they were trying to make it like kiddie.
Yeah.
And then the time they hit about
season 2.
I think the episode where it started getting mature was the episode where they found Toph.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you could kind of see it start in the Siege of the North Part 2.
Yeah.
But that's when it really kicked. I mean, I remember watching when I was in 2nd grade, Siege of the North Part 2. I remember, oh my god, how scared I was of Ko. Oh my god, I was like, that thing can't be real, can it? And then the Human Centipede came out. I'm like, oh, it is.
Oh god, that was a horrible movie too. If anybody has seen that, gross. I'm sorry. I apologize on their behalf. That was such a bad movie.
Yeah. But anyway, so what do you think about the first 2 episodes? Let's talk about the first one. Let's kind of break it down.
The first one, I liked it because they modernized it. Oh my god, I love the steampunk aspect of it.
Steampunk is awesome. Now, Last Airbender, I wouldn't really consider it the style anime. Like, yeah, it is, but it's not quite there yet. The time you hit Legend of Korra, you'll be like, this shit is an anime.
You can't consider it a cartoon anymore. It's an anime.
Yeah, it's like, I know it's not classified as an anime because it's not made in Japan, but it might as well be.
I'm saying it's an anime.
It might as well be an anime. It just looks so. The action is fluid. That's like the only way I can explain it.
And the character is like a lot more violent than Aang was. Too.
Yeah, I mean, if I consider myself any Avatar character, I consider myself more like Sokka out of everyone. The minute Bolin came up in Korra, I'm like, that is exactly...
New episode,
second episode he comes
Second
up.
episode. He's one of the fire ferrets or something like that.
The fire ferrets in the pro bending team.
Oh my god, that's such a cool sport too. I wish that was real.
Me too.
Okay, so what it is,
screw MMA.
Yeah, it's just like, you have 3 different type of benders and they're all on the same team. You have to knock the other person off the other side. It sounds kind of boring like that, but if you've seen how they do it and everything, you just like...
It's like mind blown.
There.
Like, literally, I told Sebastian as we were watching it, once the show started and the credits hit, I was near tears. I was just so happy. I am such an avid Avatar fan. I was so happy the second... I mean, I've seen the intro before because of Leaks Online, and I've seen like half of the first episode beforehand because, again, Leaks Online.
Yeah.
But...
I saved it all the way up till
the
first 2, though.
Yeah, and, I was just, oh my god, didn't you see me? I was like wiping my eyes. I was like, oh my god, it's real. Jesus Christ.
It's real.
It's finally happened. Something good in the Avatar unit. Because really, outside of when The Last Airbender was on, Would you agree with me that outside of the cartoon, there wasn't really anything good going for it?
It's true.
Like, they had a Lego set that looked really stupid.
Wait, they had a Lego set?
Yeah, you didn't
What
know
are
that?
they thinking? That's a horrible idea.
Yeah, they had Zuko. I mean, it was a cool idea. It's just that I don't know.
think
I couldn't get. They look really weird as Legos.
You know what I used to do when I was younger when I was watching Avatar? I used to pretend I could bend.
Remember you and I did that?
Oh yeah, like whenever I'm in the pool.
And there was that other kid that punched me in the chest the whole time. You remember that?
Who?
You remember there was when we were in second grade when it first came out and we were all obsessed with it.
That frog kid, Alec or something, right? The one that wrote something on the shelf.
Like Darren or something like that. It was in second grade.
I
have no idea. Hey, if you're listening to it, wow, that's freaking amazing, and you better apologize to me for punching me in the stomach like all reason. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, playing Avatar. I'm like, that hurts, dude. Like,
it's not Avatar.
That's not Avatar. That's punching me in the chest. And I am Jewish. I have no self-defense.
You can just make him pay his taxes.
Yeah, I raise your taxes. That's how I get back at you, man.
What was that?
That was you.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Okay, continue.
Fine.
Okay.
Anyway, but me and him, it came out when we were in second grade, and you were 7, I was 8, I think.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Yeah, and because I'm a year older than you, which is weird because you look like you're older than me, just because you're so much taller than me.
Yeah.
I mean, I have more facial hair than you. I'm probably gonna grow a beard way before you do.
No, I know.
But Sebastian looks older than me, and
sexier, everybody. I'm not gonna whisper it.
I think we're both sexy and we know it.
Kevin, don't call me sexy in front of the people. It's a me and you thing.
Oh, for the record, no, we are not gay. I know we act like it, but we're not.
Yeah.
Nothing against gay people, though. I'm just, clearing that out.
Maybe something. No, I'm joking. I like gay people. They're funny.
Okay, then. Yeah, yes, Sebastian, that is the time.
That is.
Yes, that's how long we have been talking.
Okay, let's get back to Korra then.
Oh, Korra, I totally forgot.
Yeah, you tend to.
Oh, yeah, and I tend to say tend a lot, don't I?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're talking about words we say a lot.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today. We got to get Kyle in an episode of this.
Yeah,
all three of us.
Yeah, all three of us should have one.
With
this one.
But this one's just me and you, I think. We can make one for all three of us later.
This should just be the name of the
website. You can call it the Triforce.
The Triforce.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we have more Christians in it too?
Yeah, we should have one where we're all in it. We should, and
just
I don't know if it'd be weird to you because she's your cousin, but I kind of want Haley to join this too.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be weird as long as Kyle doesn't make any more sexual remarks against her.
You send Kyle off to rape your cousin.
Hey, she's going to give back my stress ball, and I was really
mad. We
mad.
probably shouldn't talk about that because the people will be like, "What just happened?" All right, it's an inside joke. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, Korra. Let's go back to the first episode. So I've been following it since the day they announced it. I remember freaking out because I think they announced it a few days before the movie came out.
Yeah, I remember when it announced it, you sent me the trailer, like, Sebastian, watch.
No, that was when the trailer went. I'm talking about when they announced it, and they had that, and they gave you that picture of that artwork of Korra, and you just saw her back.
Yeah.
And you saw Republic City, and you're like, holy shit, this is going to be awesome.
Republic City looks freaking amazing.
Republic City is, basically the design of the show is like the 20s in America, but done in China.
I like the Mafia members.
Yes! And their names
so
were
cool.
like really stereotypical Asian names, like Chung or something like that.
Yeah,
oh wait,
like
the people they were fighting, they were trying to get money from was Chung. Oh my god, it's.
I think Korra, it's made more for like the older.
Yeah, because I think they realize, hey,
we are gonna reach out to the little kids that much.
I mean, no, I think a little kid can watch it.
Yeah,
like a second grader.
They can. I'm just saying that it would appeal more to older people.
Yeah, I mean, like, remember the first thing I pointed out to you about Korra, and this is really perverted, but I said, man, she has really big tits for a cartoon.
I know,
Nickelodeon
and she's
character.
like, what, 14 or something?
I mean, she's supposed to be 17.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, she's pretty...
Wait, 17? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that means Aang died 17 years ago. Oh. And also, Katara is the only one alive out of the gang from what we've seen
like
so far.
80, that means she's 84.
And here's what I thought.
70 years.
Awesome. Let's, alright, so let's fade back. Let's go on, let's talk about Tenzin and his family.
Oh, Jesus. Like the three little weird looking ones.
I love the kids.
I hate the youngest one. He looks like
the Milo?
Yeah, his face.
Basically, Milo looks like what you could imagine 6-year-old Aang being.
No. You can imagine like 4-year-old Aang.
4-year-old Aang. Yeah, he's supposed to be like a toddler. Same idea.
Yeah.
And then there's two.
She's pregnant again.
Yeah,
That's like
let's
4
keep going.
kids.
Let's keep going because I have a couple theories about what's going to happen later on that I would like to get into later.
Okay.
So that I would like to happen that I think would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So then Tencent has other 2 kids who I enjoyed these kids so much. They like the way they talk is so funny. And here's where I almost started dying. Oh my god, they call Qatar Gran, and I thought that was so sweet that they did that.
Yeah, because of Gran.
Yeah, and I think it's the same voice actor that played Gran, because obviously they can't get Mae Whitman to do Qatar again because she's like 20 or something like that.
She could have done like her old lady voice.
Well, Korra, I would like to tell you, Sokka died.
Oh, that pissed me off.
Sokka and Toph were dead.
And Toph's sister, Toph's daughter, not sister.
No, let's get to Toph's daughter later because we're not to that. Let's try to go chronologically here. Tenzin, I love the character of Tenzin. What about you? How do you feel?
I like him, but for Aang's son, he looks too like.
You said his face was too long.
Yes, his face looked like Frankenstein, and he made me remember my doctor. Doctor. It was weird.
But I like Tenzin.
Yeah,
because like you can see, he was kind of like the more spiritual one out of everyone. Like, I have a feeling
compared to Aang, he was too like.
Well, Aang was also really. But you could see him breaking the rules. Like I think it was. I kind of picture Aang older. I think they're gonna do flashbacks. The creator said they're doing flashbacks.
Yeah.
But I think when it shows Aang older, he's gonna be really spiritual and more.
I still think he's gonna be kind of goofy.
But you could even see Tenzin in the second episode be goofy.
That's right.
He wrote where he like pointed. He's like, yeah, which was he did like the Fonzie point. Yeah. Which was awesome. And Tenzin is voiced by J.K. Simmons, a very, very great actor, and he was a perfect choice for this.
Was it like free advertisement or something, Kevin? Come on. We'll start talking about other voice actors. I'm here with my beautiful voice.
Their voice actors were pretty good.
And my chiseled ass.
Don't you think the voice actors... Let's get off of that. Don't you think the voice actors were good, though? You didn't like them?
No, I liked them. It's just...
Every voice fit like exactly how you think they would.
Yeah,
I've seen some animes where it's like a voice comes out of a character, and you just like that's what he sounds like. The most one for me was Black Star as Soul Eater. The second I saw the character, I'm like, that dude's gonna sound awesome. And then he sounds like a woman.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the voice fits after a while because he's more energetic.
Yeah, once you get
you get to know him.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, he looks like the.
It's almost as if you think he would talk like Batman.
Yeah.
Like, not even Adam West Batman, where he's like, Tsubaki, we need to go fight thugs. But no, like Chris Nolan Batman, where he's like, are you prepared to die? I'm God, blah, 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 blah.
I'm looking at something in your throat.
Sorry, I just drank some hot soup and my tongue is burned. What were we talking? Oh yeah, Tenzin. So, and then there's his wife, who is a non-bender, Pima, and she's pregnant again. And Qatar predicts it's a
freaking kid.
And Qatar predicts it's an airbender, but I can kind of see why they're trying to do that because there's only a couple airbenders.
But there was also the monks at the temple.
But those were just monks.
So wait. So then they just got to inbreed with each other.
No, because airbenders don't have to, as it said, because Qatar and Aang had 3 kids. 2 of them couldn't airbend. They haven't said if they could waterbend or anything like that. And here's what I thought was awesome.
Isn't it possible that they can firebend and stuff since he's Avatar?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, well, that's cool.
It's genetics. So I have a feeling Boomy is an earthbender. So Aang's other 2 kids, they mention them but never showed them.
Oh,
there's
Boomy
and Kaya.
Yeah.
One of the not Boomy. Boomy is not Aang's kid.
Yeah.
I actually really hope Boomy's still alive.
What if that was true? Like, it's just like 400-year-old Boomy.
Yes.
And he's still kicking
I mean,
ass.
they did show in the series people could live past 100.
Yeah, but like, he's already like...
Boomy was 112.
Like then?
In the beginning of the show,
so that means he would be 186.
By the end of the Avatar, he was 113, because Aang was 13 at the end of Avatar. All of the Avatar, if you believe it or not, the whole series only encompassed 1 year. Did you know that?
Well, that's true because Sozin's a comic.
You knew that, right?
Yeah, I did. I just had to think back.
That's why even at the end of the show, like Zuko says, I can't believe 1 year ago I was trying to capture you. Yeah. And then Aang said, I can't believe 1 year ago I was still stuck in a block of ice.
Oh, yeah.
I know the dialogue like back and forth of like every single episode. I'm obsessed with this show.
We're talking about the kids.
Yeah, we're talking about the original Avatar. But anyway, let's go back to Korra. So, but Pima, here's what I think is going to happen to her, because I kind of feel like they're foreshadowing this. I feel like Pima, by the end of season 1, will join Oman with the anti-bending revolution, totally betray the whole family, and join that guy. I feel like they're gonna do that.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think.
I will bet you money.
How much?
$5 because I'm not 100% sure yet.
Okay, deal.
$5. Let's hope we remember this by the time the series ends.
Nah, we just play this video again.
Do you really think we're gonna watch the whole thing? I mean, this thing's probably gonna be pretty long. I mean, I'll write it down.
Watch it. If you guys don't watch the whole thing, then I don't know. I guess
I'll write it down somewhere afterwards.
Okay.
So $5, and all right, you heard it here, folks. I think. But I'm saying by the end of the season, not, and so like that would mean if it happens at like middle of season 2, I'll be like hot, and you're like, you still gave me $5, so technically you still lost. I'm like, fuck.
So it'd have to happen.
Yeah, that's the only That's the only real prediction I have so far. Besides, I think the new Avatar team. It's not, instead of having Aang, Sokka, Katara, Toph, it is Korra, Bolin, and Mako. Mako and Bolin are brothers. Mako is named after the voice actor of Iroh. That's what they named him after.
Yeah, he's a firebender.
Yes, and then his brother Bolin is an earthbender. So, which means their mom and dad were a firebender and earthbender. Which shows the piece is happening, because firebending and earthbending, those two people did not get along in Avatar. Like, out of all the people, those two, I think, had the biggest fight.
Well, I'm pretty sure it would have been earth and fire until they destroyed them all.
No, wonder why I think it was the biggest one? Because, like, the waterbending, like, yeah, they didn't like the Fire Nation didn't like the waterbenders. That was obvious. Like, Zhao despised them. But you could see that their main goal was to wipe out the Earth Kingdom because it was the biggest one.
Well, yeah, and also because of, remember Ba Sing?
Yes, I remember Ba Sing Se. I remember, again, remember Bosco? The bear?
Bosco the bear? Yeah. Everybody remember it's not like a bear. It's not a bear.
I used to know the Earth Kingdom's name, but I actually know the Earth King's name.
Ba Sing Se?
Yeah. His name's like Earth King Kuji. I think that's his name. It starts with a K. I remember that.
Oh, like the figurehead dude?
Yeah. But he really didn't do anything. Yeah. Like, the real guy was a long fang of the valley.
Remember, then he became like a refugee and he like
yes.
he ran off of Bosco in a weird like circus
outfit. Yes. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
This is... What is this episode called again of our podcast? Korgasm?
Korgasm? No. Sounds like we want to have intercourse with Korra.
If Korra was real, you would try to bang her.
Yes.
But
no, what was it like?
What was the other thing? I don't know. No, the first thing I said to you was during the credits. I said, Sebastian, don't be surprised if I have a nerdgasm so much that I just like shoot out a gold statue of Aang. Which you could probably imagine me doing too.
That might hurt more than a kidney stone. Yeah.
All I imagine is like a
it's like it comes out. I'm just like turned around talking to you, and then I turn back around and it's there. I'm like,
jumps back in.
I'm like, I'm gonna try to look away again.
I'll be like, no, you want to see this?
Oh, jeez.
And you're like, well, I kind of do. He shot out a gold statue.
I want to see how this process actually went down.
All right, so let's go on. Did you notice like every single reference they put it in about the other characters? Oh, here was the moment I wanted to talk about. Jinora, I believe, is the older one. Out of the 3 kids.
Out of the
Tenzins.
Yeah.
I think Jinora is the older one. Let me look it up. While I'm looking up, I'll kind of explain. Basically, the oldest one came up to Katara and said, "Oh my God, I've been reading all about your journeys with Grandpa Aang." Yeah. Well, she probably didn't say Grandpa Aang. I think she just said Aang, which is weird because
Avatar Aang.
Avatar Aang, which is weird because obviously
they're family. I mean, they should.
No, wait, because all 3 of those kids never met Aang. Because Aang had to die the second Korra was born, and Korra was definitely older than those 3 kids.
Korra was 17.
Yeah, so, and those 3 kids were probably like 10, 8, and 4. Yeah. That seems like about it, so...
Actually, I think 11, 8, and 4. Something like that.
Whatever.
Because she was like reading books and stuff. She looked more mature.
Yeah, she looked like she was probably like 12.
I think later on in the story, it's gonna do one of those time skip things where it's like 5 years, and I think she's gonna join their group as one of the Airbenders or something.
That would be pretty cool.
I think that would be pretty cool.
But I don't think they're gonna get to a point where they're aging that much. All right, I got up the thing. All right, that person was not introduced yet. That's Katara's. They don't have the kid. Click on Tenzin, and then that'll probably
show the kid.
Yeah.
Would it be under allies, maybe?
Yeah. Jinora, Iki, Milo. Those are the 3 kids. I'm pretty sure Jinora... I can't... Let me click on it.
No, wasn't it Iki?
I'm pretty sure Jinora's the older one.
It was either Jinora or Iki, because we all know Milo's a little 4-year-old guy.
Yeah. We both know that. They both said that. Anyway, but getting back to what I was saying, there's a point in the show where Jinora, I think, we're about to find out, first child, eldest daughter. Yes, it was Jinora.
Then Iki was the second
eldest. Iki's the middle child.
Yeah.
So Jinora went up to Katara and said, I've been reading all about your adventures. Can you please tell me what happened about Zuko's mother? And then Katara says, oh, it's a great story about... And then Iki comes in and says, oh my god, Gran, are we going to do this?
No, she's like, why are you so old looking?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what? You don't just ruin that. What if all of us wanted to know that?
Yeah, they're going to explain it at some point.
They better. I mean, I was pissed off.
Actually, they're explaining it in a comic book that takes place in between.
So it's not going to be in Korra?
I'm sure they'll mention it.
They probably should. I mean, that's been the question ever since the
everyone's been
season.
But I think it's funny that they're kind of not letting us know still.
Yeah, they're probably going to tease us every other episode.
And the other thing was that it like really hit my heartstrings when they called Katara Gran.
Yeah, because
I love that. That was awesome. Gran I always thought was a pretty sweet character, even though she was only in two episodes. Gram.
And then Grandpa.
Gram.
Yeah, what about
Grandpa?
Grandpa.
I hope they reference Paku again and stuff like
They probably will. Katara might, if it shows back Katara.
I really need more Katara. Katara was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. She looks just like Gram.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Alright, so let's go to another character. Let's talk about a little more about Korra. Korra is what would happen if Toph was the Avatar.
I was going to say she's a badass. She's a badass.
Yeah. And that's all I wanted to say about her. We've talked about her enough. So now let's go kind of on into the episode. She runs away from the Water Tribe to go train with Tenzin. And so they finally get there. Tenzin finds her and because she got arrested.
By Toph's
daughter, Lin Bei Fong. And they mention how they were friends. And Lin Bei Fong was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You broke my city. Yeah.
Compared to Toph, she's like the boring side of Toph.
Didn't they have a statue of Toph in the room? Didn't it show a statue of Toph?
I don't think so.
We'll have to look back.
If it did,
we only watched it once.
Like started it.
Yeah,
I like how they're all metal benders. Just Toph
basically, what happened was, after they saved the world in peace. Zuko and Aang, they found a herd of flying lemurs and sky bison. They found a new herd.
Yes.
So that's, something that I need to throw in there. And the other thing was that Toph went around over the world teaching people metal bending. Only a certain people were allowed to do it, and then when she died, she passed it on to her daughter, who she probably taught to pretty early.
And then the daughter taught to her troops.
Yes. No, Toph started the troops.
Oh, Toph started?
Yes.
Oh, well, that actually makes more sense.
Because Aang and Zuko found the city, so it makes sense that Toph would...
You know what I want to talk about? I think its name is Naga.
Naga?
Oh my god, that is awesome.
Who do you think's better, Naga? Naga is Korra's... I was about to say Sora. Polar bear dog, which was an animal they tried to get in the original show, but it wouldn't fit.
I'm guessing they would have that represent the...
it's kind of like... water. Earthbenders had the badger moles, firebenders had the dragons.
Wind has
air has sky bison, and then so waterbenders they have.
I thought they said the moon inside the old one.
That was their thing, but that's not their animal.
Yeah, that's not their animal.
No, and not only that, the voice of Naga, the noises and stuff, is done by the guy D. Bradley Baker. I'm sorry, who voiced every single animal in the original show, and Chong in the original show. Do you remember who that was? Secret tunnel, secret tunnel.
That's pretty funny.
That guy, yeah, he voiced that guy. He's also in like every single thing you can name, like any cartoon. And die. Any single like video game, cartoon you can think of. D. Bradley Baker was probably in it somehow. He voiced Klaus on American Dad.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that like play in multiple different
but you never know who their names.
They don't make any money unless they do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a good paying
I'm
job,
sure
but
I'm
if
sure
you get like 400
money,
different shows and animes, you get like a lot.
You're fucking rich.
Yeah. And you get more job offers because people reference you.
Yeah, and plus, animes a lot of times have video game tie-ins.
Oh, yeah.
Bleach
and then they try to get the original voice actors. Yeah. And it's good.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a Korra video again at some point.
Oh my god, like a battle
I will
royale
buy it
style.
even if it's bad. I'm going to buy it even if it's bad. Like, I bought the Avatar game.
I mean, there's so many characters now that they could do it if they really felt
I want a fighting game.
Yeah, like battle royale style, right?
I think I'm thinking more like Tekken.
That's Battle Royale style.
Street Fighter type
Something
thing.
like that, yeah.
But with, actually, no, more so Mortal Kombat, so you have, like, the 3D environment, not the 2D.
Where you can, like, maybe move around. That's like that new Marvel vs. Capcom game.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking DC Universe versus Mortal Kombat. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah.
I want that type of style. I want that type of style. But, you know, I've been wanting... I remember telling you in 5th grade that I wanted an Avatar fighting game.
Yeah, but when you said that then, there wasn't enough characters for me to get into
there was.
No, I mean, like, enough, like, where
would you mean you wouldn't play as Friendly Mouth Guy fighting against Aang?
No.
Or Momo against... No, we need a fighting game that reenacts the samurai sword fight between
I'm pretty sure they do put some... make a new game. They're going to put all the old people and then all the new people.
But no, dude, wouldn't you want at least one level to play as Appa and Momo?
I'm
like they were in Nightmare and Daydreams? Where they're in the armor and the robe and they have the samurai swords? Oh my god, I don't think I would play as any other character.
I think that would be like, they turn into a certain mode and that would be their mode, samurai mode.
That's like their Super Saiyan.
Yeah. And like,
Aang goes into Avatar state,
and then Korra.
Yeah, Korra does that.
I'm pretty sure Toph turns into metal bending mode.
Yeah, I can't, no, Toph gets the metal armor.
Oh, yeah.
That she had on the blimp in the last episode.
Yeah,
I can't wait for it to get later on this episode. Like, the Avatar show, like, I've been near tears in so many episodes.
Yeah.
Haven't you?
In a couple.
I think the one episode that really made me cry, just because it was so sad, was the ending of Tales from Ba Sing Se when it had Iroh go to his son's grave.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was... Even thinking about it makes me want to cry. And I don't really think that it's because of... I think it's because of the fact everyone can kind of relate to that.
Everybody's probably lost somebody.
I mean, it's really sad and so emotional. And they pulled it off so well. And it even makes it worse when it says dedicated to Mako because he died, and you're just like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. It's just like I don't think I really cried to a lot of things. Like where I've been like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. I think the only thing have been Avatar and the ending of Kingdom Hearts 2.
I think the only thing for me was Angel Beats.
Oh, Angel Beats. Oh
that made me cry a lot.
Let's not go into that because we'll have a whole nother conversation.
That'd be another 30-something minutes.
Yeah. We haven't even got to the second episode yet. We've been talking longer than the actual first episode is. I mean, alright, so let's get off the first episode. We get the basic idea.
Second episode.
So, at the end of the first episode, it shows Oman and kind of what he's planning. And, second episode, let's just talk about the pro bending aspect.
I like the whole battle
pro bending.
It's so cool.
You know what I hope they do? Universal Legend of Korra, the ride.
What do you mean?
How epic would that be, though? Like, you went to Universal before, right?
I know.
No? Disney?
Yeah.
Disney. Yeah. You know Star Tours? Like that simulator type ride? Where
yeah.
They gotta do something like that.
Where, like, you're in it
almost? Like, let's say, like, you're doing it through the point of view of Momo. How epic would that be? You know, if they do it at Universal, they're replacing the Nicktoons ride right now at Universal with the Despicable Me ride, but let's have them replace that with Legend of Korra.
Oh yeah.
Face it, it's awesome. I mean, there actually is an Avatar ride.
There is?
Yeah, on Mall of America. You know those like little things that,
you think they're gonna upgrade it to the Korra one?
Nope. You guys want to know what it is?
What?
It's one of those, you know those like rides where it's on like a big skateboarding ramp looking thing and it just goes from right to left and then goes up and down and it spins? Mm-hmm. That's all the Avatar ride is.
So.
And it just has Aang on the boat, on the little car, and it's just like,
That's it?
Yeah.
Not like it's Avatar based.
Yeah, there's a whole Nickelodeon theme park in Mall of America.
That's pretty cool.
I've always wanted to go there just to ride the Avatar ride, just so we can say I didn't like everything Avatar.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the only thing I couldn't get into in the original series, the trading card game. Wanna know why?
There's a trading card game?
Yeah, that's why.
For too many things.
That's why. No one bought it. No one bought it.
And even if I knew it, what would you do?
Are you kidding me? Me and you would have been fighting all day. Like class.
Like, guys, get back to work.
And they're like, you need to learn your cursive because we were in 3rd grade at that point. It'll be sitting there, but we need to find what happens if Momo fights Aang.
Momo wins.
Yes. Who's your favorite character? Who do you think was your favorite character in the original?
Is that original?
Yeah. Actually, no. There's too many characters. Let's just say Korra. Yeah, who's your favorite character so far? Korra. Korra? Really?
Yeah. I like that. I like the whole aspect of her being different than everybody else.
Well, know who I like? The guy who lived in the bush.
The hobo.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what happened. Korra was
This was the first episode.
Yeah, Korra was getting fish, and then Naga was for Korra, and
in this like public lake,
and
there's this guy who pops out of a bush.
He's like, he kind of one of those fish.
He kind of looks like an older Zuko, and I think they did that on purpose just to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Like there was a guy in the second episode who looked exactly like Sokka.
Yeah.
Except older, but he wasn't Sokka. I kind of really hope that guy was like Sokka's descendant or something.
I think so.
I want to see an offspring of Sokka. I want to know that Suki and Sokka got it on. Either that or Sokka got it on with the moon spirit. It's like half moon, half human baby.
I don't feel very good.
It's gonna kill me.
Attempt of suicide every day.
Yes. They're like, you can't do it because then if you do it, then the ocean tides. It's gonna be all fucked up.
I mean, you just can't do it.
Yeah, we'll give you food. It's like, I have no face.
No, he has half a face.
Yes. But actually, would kind of like to see it some way that Sokka and Suki had a daughter or son, because it seems like everyone else has.
Oh wait, we gotta get back to the hobo.
No, we're talking about this now.
Hobo.
We already explained the hobo.
I mean, the hobo jumped
the
into
hobo's funny.
nothingness.
It's hard to explain, you just need to watch it.
Yeah.
I'll put a link to the video right under this. I'll link to the website.
Okay.
Or it's just coronation.com.
Make sure that you're watching the hobo.
Yes, he is awesome. But let's go back to the pro bending, because that's really all the second episode was about.
And I like that.
I think they kind of preluded to the pro bending in a certain episode of Avatar, like as a foreshadowing. Want to know what moment I'm talking about?
Which one?
The most sexual looking scene in the history of Avatar. It was in the 3rd season. I believe it was the...
When Katara was taking a bath?
No, that was the Blind Bandit episode. No, the Runaway episode. That was where the one where she was in the bath and everyone's sitting there like, wow, that's the Katara's naked. Okay. Like I remember doing that in 5th grade when that episode came out. I was like, that Katara is naked.
That is what we are watching right now.
Yes, we are. I mean, it didn't show anything. Like, the water was like up to our neck.
She's also like 14 then.
She had big 13. Tits for a 14-year-old.
I know.
She just had him flopping about like, hey, Aang, what are you doing? And Aang's like looking at your tits.
Floppy. Jeez. It's pretty bad when you're 13 and then they're floppy. Like, hey guys, we're all right in the face. Like just broke somebody's nose.
Saga is like scarred for life.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. At the end of this episode, we need to talk about our ending of Avatar.
Oh my god. It's
so funny.
Why don't we just talk about it now?
No, because we're too into Legend of Korra, and these people are, came in for Korra, so obviously.
Yeah.
So
almost 40 minutes.
Yeah, what were we going to talk about?
Pro bending.
Pro bending. The scene where I think they foreshadowed it was the most sexual looking scene. I can't remember what episode it was in. I'm thinking it's I remember the beginning of the episode. It was Katara and Toph were both trying Aang at the same time, and then they ended up fighting in the mud. Do you remember that? And it really sexual.
Oh yeah, they're sort of like wrestling almost, right?
Yeah, I think Toph might have been a lesbian, like grabbing.
Let
me just get up here. There we go.
There we are.
Yeah, there we are. You ticklish? No,
don't giggle.
What I've been wondering was for Toph's daughter, who's the daddy?
A douche?
No, who's the daddy of
douche?
Toph?
That's what. No, it's gonna have to be a stuck-up person.
Want to know who I think?
Who?
The Duke.
The Duke? No, it's
from
the douche.
No, the Duke.
I know.
From one of the freedom fighters, the guy in the helmet.
Well, those are like the two most spazziest people ever. Why do they have a daughter like that? Unless it's like an internal joke.
You know why? Because if you notice, anytime the freedom fighters are with that group after Toph's joins,
and because he likes
the Duke
small,
was always
but he likes
around
small,
Toph.
It's small, tiny or whatever his name.
I think they were trying to throw it together.
I don't know. I
think it's gonna be the Duke.
No, because the Duke was younger than her.
So?
The Duke was like
Aang was
4 years younger.
No, I don't think that's bad. I think
he was 4 years younger.
I think maybe 3 at the most.
No, I don't know, because Aang was like half a year younger.
No, Aang was 2 years younger than Katara.
2?
Yeah, at the end of the series, Katara was 15, Aang was 13.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Aang was 14.
No, 13.
Oh, and then he died first. Jeez.
Yeah.
17 years.
Yeah, I have a feeling Katara's scarred for life because she was like the middle child of the group. Like she was the second oldest.
Yeah.
Sokka died. Sokka died.
Oh, Sokka.
Aang died. Who do you think died
for? Sokka came
Who
back.
do you think? That is so messed up.
No, Aang died first because I think Korra actually mentioned Sokka.
I don't remember it. I'll have to watch the episode now.
Which we will.
Yeah, we will, like 1,000 times. Oh my god. So back to pro bending. It's basically like the fight scene.
MMA.
It looks like they based it. They combined the end fight scene of Ozai and Aang and MMA and just threw them together and, you know,
made awesomeness.
Yeah. Wanna know what character I'm surprised they haven't introduced yet? Who? In Korra? Pabo.
Who?
Pabu, I think his name.
Who's that?
That is the answer to Momo in the new series. He's a little fire ferret, and he's Bolin's pet.
A fire ferret?
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's like a red. He kind of looks like Daxter. Now that I think about it, and Daxter's freaking awesome. I mean, he can't talk, obviously. But, you know, I always love the Avatar animals. I don't know about you, but I always. Yeah. I had a little soft spot for them. I always loved those guys. The other thing I haven't done yet was flashbacks of the old show. Yeah. I think we talked about that though. So
we already did.
All right. Any other characters you kind of want to mention? I'm thinking.
No, I think we covered everything, but I do want to talk about our ending.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Can I explain this?
Basically, let's explain. Before we get to it, let's talk about our final opinions on the first two episodes in general. Me, I'll go first since I'm talking right now. I will. Yeah. I will give it a 10 out of 10. I would say 11, but once you break the scale, it's just useless. So 10 out of 10. There was literally, I had no complaints about this. It was utter perfection. And every character was voiced perfectly. The animation was so much better than Avatar. Topped the first season of Avatar by a lot. It exceeded the hype of the show, I think.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was going to be worse than that.
Yes.
Well, not bad, but like,
you think it wasn't going to be as good as the hype.
I thought it was going to be okay, and then kiddish, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was not kiddish at all.
They had some sexual jokes in there.
They did.
Yes.
But you have to really listen for them.
Yeah, it's kind of like those things that we'll go over little kids.
Like, especially the part when Korra went to go meet, what's his name? Bolin.
And Bolin was hitting on her.
Yeah. And then
it looked like Bolin was about to be like, want to come up to Maru. Bolin reminds me of you.
Yeah.
You remind me a lot, Bolin. I don't know who that'd make me in Korra so far. I'm probably the White Lotus dude, the old White Lotus guy. That's me. So
yeah.
Like, I think the character I'd want to be though is Oman. That guy looks awesome.
He does.
I can't. What I want to happen, I think, would be the funniest and most epic thing ever. No, not Zuko. He pulls off the mask in one episode, and it's just old, like 80-year-old Azula. Nah, I don't like benders now. Yeah. You took my daddy's powers away. You did it with your magic-y stick. And she's just like, I'm not Aang. And she's like, yeah, but you're an incarnation, and I'm old and fragile and stupid. Meh.
And kind of blind.
I zapped my eyes out at the age of... How old was she at the end of the show? Like...
17.
17?
17.
No, 16.
No, 17. Because Zuko was
15.
18.
15. No,
Zuko's 3 years old?
Zuko was 16. Azula...
Not at the end.
Not at the end. I'm talking about the beginning. At the end, he was 17. Azula was the younger sister. You didn't know that. You didn't know, right? Azula was 14. So that means... That doesn't necessarily mean by the end of the show she was 15, though, because she came in the middle. They never really said any birthdays. I don't really think they ever celebrated anyone's birthday in the show. Not that I can remember. From my memory,
they're gonna at least celebrate Toph or something.
Well, no, wait. Wasn't that in season 2 in one of the first Ba Sing Se episodes? Remember the episode where Aang and Sokka were trying to be fancy and they're bowing and they hit each other, and Toph is just like, yeah, they're gonna need more. I can't remember what they said.
They were the waiters.
Oh yeah, Lord Momo, Lord of the Momosen, or like something like that.
We gotta get back to the ratings of the show.
Alright, your rating. Those are my final thoughts. Utter perfection, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It exceeds your hype, and the show's gonna be great. Possibly better than Avatar.
The first one? I think so. I think it's gonna exceed it.
If it exceeds the second season by the end of the first, I'm gonna be surprised, because the second season was my all-time favorite season of Avatar.
It was?
Yes, I loved the second season. I mean, it had its issues, but so did the other ones too. It's just
it's not
like I give second season props just for the ending. I love that episode, the final episode on Crossroads of Destiny, and I just pushed my glasses up so nerdily.
Okay, so far I think I gave it a 9 out of 10. I know he gives it a 10 out of 10, but
you're just heartless.
No, I'm just saying a 9 out of 10 because I think people are expecting too much after that because I don't know.
Well, the thing is, it's also the first two episodes.
They're always the best.
The first two?
Yeah.
I always think the ending of Avatars are the best ones.
No, it's always the first two because if you ever notice something, the first two, right when something starts, everybody's crazy. Then when it gets more in the middle, everybody's like,
No, I have a question for you.
But then very final, boom, again.
I'm saying, I think the first episode is all set up, and then by the time you hit, like, the 10th episode of the season, that's when shit hits the fan, and the last two episodes are always the best. Now, here I'm going to point it out to you. What episode do you think is better?
What?
The first episode of season 3, I can't remember the name. I think it was like the Return of Aang or something like that, where Aang wakes up from his coma and he has hair. I actually liked when Aang had hair because I could finally be like, I look like Aang. Because remember, by the end, before he shaved his head, he actually had hair kind of like mine. Yeah. Well, mine then. I have poofy hair now. But like I remember, like, oh, now I don't look like Aang anymore. Like I was literally planning on putting an arrow on my forehead.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. But so do you think that episode was better when he was like out of the ocean on the log? Then Yui came down and she's like, "I'm a character still," and he's like, "Oh, look at that!" And then
I mean, like the first episode of the whole series, out of season and season.
You think the very first episode of Avatar, the one with the penguins fighting, which in its fairness was awesome, was better than
everybody. Right when it starts, everybody thinks the first episode's amazing because that's the starting.
Well, yeah, not the best though.
No,
I always think the ending episodes.
No, I know. Me too. But I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So I just misunderstood.
Yeah, their aspect is that the first episode that's as good as it's gonna get. So I give it a 9 out of 10.
Some ignorant people.
Yeah, I give it a 9 out of 10
for tricking the ignorance.
Because that's basically it.
But other than that, besides that, your personal opinions?
Oh, the artwork is my favorite thing out of the whole thing. It is amazing. I like how they added the whole new they made it a little bit more 3D-ish almost.
They updated it. Like it's the
shadowing, and they pay attention to all the little details this time. Before it was just the main thing.
And the lighting. Oh my god. The lighting was so much better.
Like it calls shadows and everything.
Now the thing is, the animation in this, the way they designed the character, it's like a slight difference where it's hard to notice at first. Kind of like if you look at Toy Story 1 and look at Woody and Toy Story 3 Woody, and they both look more and the Toy Story 3 one looks more detailed, but if you watch all three movies back to back, you won't be able to notice anything. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that. You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But you know what? One of my favorite parts was baby Korra.
Oh, I'm the Avatar. You have to deal with it.
And then
she had a belly.
Yeah, a big belly, and then
you know who voiced that?
Who?
D. Bradley Baker's his daughter. The guy who voiced Naga, that was his daughter.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I like how she's like, Fireman!
Yes, it was epic. Oh my god. You know what would have been awesome? What? If the White Lotus came and it was the same old people.
Oh, jeez. It's like, you guys should just die.
Because don't you remember Boomy said the White Lotus was a club for old people?
Yeah.
He said that in like
I
believe it was the second episode of Sozin's Comment.
Yeah, it was the one where... What?
The end of the second episode.
No, it was right when...
End of the second episode, beginning of the third.
Zuko went to apologize to Iroh.
Yeah, that was in the Sozin's Comments one.
That wasn't that... Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like end of second one, beginning of third, from my memory.
I kept on thinking that was a different one, but yeah, you're right.
So now let's go to our favorite aspect, probably the funniest thing.
Oh, can I say this
ending.
One?
So first let me set it up, and then we'll both kind of do dialogue back and forth. So if you don't remember, we're talking about right at the end.
It's hard to think about.
Yes. So at the very end, when it's a very beautiful, touching moment.
Yeah.
But, the music is playing.
We just had it.
Yes, we ruined it. We totally ruined it. They come out, the music's playing, but I wish I had an example with me to play it.
Yeah.
But if I did that, we probably wouldn't be able to get this on iTunes. So, it's doing that. Aang Katara comes out, they just look at each other.
This is when
and then they make out, and then they make out. And here's where our ending starts.
Okay. So as you notice, some people might not know, but as Aang walks out, you see Appa in the background. I think Aang pets Appa.
Yes.
And so he's like right in front of Appa.
Lick Aang? Yeah.
He's
so
like maybe a foot in front of Appa.
So basically, here's our ending. Right as it goes up to the sky, goes right back down.
And then Katara.
And then Aang just looks at Katara and says, like, "You want to go have kinky bending sex?"
And then Katara's like, "But Appa's watching."
And then Aang's just like,
let him watch. Okay, and then Appa just freaking out. Just kicking out.
Stops on Bobo.
kicking down the wall.
Breaks the house, and then everyone sees like Katara undressing an egg, like airbending inside of her, I guess.
Oh jeez.
And then Katara and Sokka getting scarred for life again. Like, hey, it's my sister, bro. Alright, so that's our ending. We need to get the original cast together and animate that.
Yes. But with the new artwork. So then everything's graphic.
Like Korra pops out. Hello, I'm Korra, and I have bigger tits than every Avatar character. And we're like, yes,
and
you
they're
do.
like, I agree.
Take off your shirt. Let us see. Oh, okay.
Nice. I
Katara, you gotta work a little.
I'm old now to draw slimy pancake boobies everywhere.
Look like elephant trunks.
Oh, that was not an elephant. What was that?
Alright, so with that was the first episode of Level Up Cast.
Oh man, that was 50. That was like 50 something minutes.
Yeah. I hope you guys listen at some point.
I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna make it this far. And if you do, thank you.
I think this episode will get some views because people will be looking up Korra like reviews. So I think this episode will get some pretty good views.
Yeah. We're going to try to go for something maybe a little bit shorter next time.
I personally don't care. I was kind of expecting it to go over an hour.
Really?
Yeah. Because podcasts tend to do that.
Yeah, but not a lot of people listen to a whole 50 minutes. You do?
Yeah. Kevin Smith podcast? I do.
Yeah, that's Kevin Smith. Yeah, he's funny as hell, though.
If a podcast is really funny, then I'll listen to it. But if Avatar fans really, really care about it, then yeah, they'll do that.
Guys, care about us.
Yeah, if you watch this whole video, please leave a comment saying you love us.
Yes, and if you don't, and if you say a comment that said you hate us, then I'll be upset.
Because frankly, right now I'm depressed, and Sebastian's not making it any better.
I'm kind of depressed too.
Well, actually, I was depressed for a few weeks, I was really mopey.
Okay, we're getting too much into the personal.
But once I saw Korra, I'm like, I'm better now.
I'm okay. That was my medicine.
And now I remember that I have homework, and now I'm like, fuck.
I'm hungry.
Me too. So
with that, dinner.
With that, let's eat, and let's turn this off.
Okay, bye guys.
See you guys later. Thank you so much for watching this and listening.
So this was Sebastian Northrop.
We planned on expanding the show.
And Kevin Tash.
And I am Kevin Tash.
Say your name.
And I'm Kevin Tash.
Thank
you.
He talks more than me.
I talk a lot. You know that.
Yeah.
I interrupt.
I didn't have too much stuff to say anyway. That was planning for me just like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah. Well, you actually talk
But you helped expand it.
Yeah.
You helped expand it.
So
like next
we need to think of a sign off. We need to think of a sign off.
Like this was the Kevin and Sebastian show.
Done. No.
Done. Yeah, it's
We're
really
pretty
late.
kids too. Hello.
Hello.
That's an inside joke, so we can't do that one.
No. How about
let's think of something Avatar related. Yep.
Gamers United.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be for every Avatar thing.
All right, fine. What about
we are gamers?
So what about Nerds Unite? Then fist bump. Wonder Nerds Unite. All right, so that's our sign off.
NES.
So ready? Let's do the sign off. Okay. I'm Kevin Tash.
I'm Sebastian Northrop.
And Wonder Nerds Unite.